Happy Yule, YouTube. I'll be linking to an article today concerning a Parisian exhibit which is documenting the morally reprehensible history of exhibiting human beings in cages in zoos in Europe and North America. They would exhibit exotic people. In Europe, they would exhibit people from Africa, the Americas, Asia, and of course in Europe, in the United States, they would then exhibit people from other countries, not necessarily Native Americans, because, they were domestics. They weren't considered all that exotic any longer. And this was a practice that went on for an extremely long time. I mean, it started in the 18th century, I believe, and at least early documentations of it, and it was right up through the end of the 19th century. And they presented these people as nothing more than animals. Sometimes they were actually exhibited, in the case of the Africans, with actual primates other than humans, to make that not so subtle connection that they themselves were not human. Now, we look at this and say, oh, that's horrible, it's bigoted, racist, and you would be correct in every single regard. But I also think that this exhibit is very important because that kind of an attitude is alive and well in the world today. Now, I was reminded of this fact a few days ago. One of the videos I did, I can't remember which one, someone had made a comment that they felt that Iraqis were subhuman. I took that somewhat badly and told the person they should really rein in that kind of a comment, whereupon they replied that they were tired of my liberal claptrap and they were going to unsubscribe. I have not shed a tear with their departure. If someone like that wants to leave my channel, bye. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. And if considering all human beings to be equal and should be treated with compassion and equality under the law brands me a liberal, well, guess what? Guilty as charged. I am, in fact, a liberal, and really do believe that everyone should be treated equally under the law. I mean, many times on this channel I talk about the fact that I really despise the worldview put forth by conservatives, and I do. But it doesn't mean that for a second I don't want the best possible for these people. I want their lives to be as good as it can get. I just need them to stop trying to destroy the planet. And they won't do that as long as they espouse the conservative worldview. But it doesn't mean I wish ill upon them as human beings, because I don't, even though I think they're wrong. I still think of them as people, and I would protect their rights, and at least in the United States, of course, their freedom of speech. I protect their speech outside the United States, but that's really not going to do much good for me. But racism, just as bad as we have seen in these horrible zoo exhibitions, is alive and well in the world today. And it breaks my heart. It saddens me that someone can say, straight out, without even a second's hesitation, that this group of people over there are subhuman. It sickens me. It saddens me. And I'm hoping that someday, probably far in the future, it will sicken and sadden everyone, and we'll look back upon it as something that happened in those bad, old